Hello my lovelies, this is BL Fanedits and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm ranking down top 18 BL drama kissing and NC scenes of the year 2022. Thank you to one of you lovelies for suggesting this video idea. These are 18 scenes that were packed full of sexual tension, amazing chemistry and came at the perfect time in the story. I'm only including scenes that made us all gag in shock and set our hearts racing with excitement. So without further ado, let's get started on the first one. Drum roll please. Groundbreaking, earth-shattering, soul-cleansing. Payu and Rain knocked it out of the park with this scene. This scene I would say is probably the best NC scene I've ever seen in a Thai BL up until now. Everything from the build-up to the ending was jaw-droppingly beautiful. The lighting was perfect, the acting was perfect, and the cherry on the cake was that we could absolutely hear everything clearly, from their moans to their words. Boss and Noel know how to bring their characters to life. Everything was a chef's kiss. Was I prepared for this? No. Would I have not gagged if somebody had told me about this scene beforehand? Also no. This scene was oh my god level of perfection. Their bodies glistening under the starry Bangkok light was perfection. Porsche teasing and riling up Kin was perfection. Kin held out for really long, but when he realized that Porsche remembered the kiss on the pier, he gave in. Is Kin the most honorable character in the book? No. Then who cares if what he did was morally wrong? We are here for a good time and we indeed had a jolly good time watching this scene. No, because they were absolutely insane for this. The switch from mourning the loss of the hedgehog to eating Pete's biscuits was maddening to me. As long-time BL fans, we have all come across BDSM themed mangas or novels, but never have we ever seen something like this in actual mainstream BL drama. And I'm so happy with the way they did it. The chemistry was crazy good, the whole scene was intense, emotional and tender. The only thing I will say is that the background music was a bit of a turn off and I would have preferred to listen to their actual voices like we saw with Payu and Rain. But nonetheless, this scene will remain iconic for years to come. I mean, at least for me, Payu and Rain stand at number 1 for being the kings of BL NC scenes. I didn't think anything could top their NC scenes in the series, but the daddy scene definitely gives severe competition to all the other scenes. I mean, I wish I had a Payu to teach me the difference between husband and daddy, because God knows I'm ready to learn like a good student. I needed an inhaler to watch this scene because breathing had actually become quite difficult because I constantly gagged and screamed watching this whole scene play out. Pai was hungry, he was starving, and I'm pretty sure Sky was teasing him because there is no way he was playing a game on that phone. The screen was black. The absolute control Sky has over Pai and the way Pai couldn't wait to devour him was the best part of the scene for me. There are so many office romance BLs that are lined up for us to watch in 2023, but I'm telling you guys already that none of those shows will be able to top this scene. This was just so electrifying and legendary. These two came out of nowhere and gagged us with their sexual tension and chemistry. Plume couldn't stand seeing Kevin in those shots and it just started from there. Their sudden confession to each other, their desire for each other, everything was just magnificent. The rough and manly Plume caressing, admiring and being so gentle with delicate and pretty Kevin was a sight for sore eyes. I can't wait to see more of them this year. This is probably the most beautiful kiss I've ever seen in a BL. I get emotional whenever I see it because it is full of longing. Jiwoo and Sojun are seeing each other after a year. There are so many unresolved issues lingering between them. But they still come together for this kiss because they couldn't stand not doing it after being apart for so much time. They were craving each other so bad that they couldn't hold back. The mask of indifference that Jiwoo was wearing up until this moment fell off and he conveyed his yearning for Sojun through this beautiful kiss. Everything Billy Sang did in Secret Crush on You is gag-worthy in my opinion. They were crazy for each other and it was hard to determine who was crazier between the two. They always kissed like they wanted to devour each other. They were always hilarious but also so sexy and enticing. I love it when a character feels like his crush is unreachable, someone he will never be able to have, and then it turns out that the crush or the popular guy has been in love with him for the longest time. Who knew? Who knew that fighting like cats and dogs could make you F like that? I mean, that scene was unexpected and it came out of nowhere, but oh my god, I died. I died and went to BL heaven because this is exactly what I wanted to see. Two horny, hot guys effing each other with passion. Moss Bank have amazing on and off chemistry and it showed in this sex scene. The passion between them, tattooed mangakon absolutely demolishing Yai was everything I needed, and I absolutely cannot wait to see more of this in season 2. I think you all will agree with me when I say that Blooming had the best cinematography out of all the BLs in the year 2022. The way the whole kiss at the beach and then the sex scene in the hotel room was filmed was very aesthetically pleasing. There was a certain vulnerability in the kiss, like when Siwon kissed Dawn, we could clearly see how inexperienced he was. That was his first kiss, and then when Dawn told him to relax in his deep voice, I collapsed on the floor and needed to be revived because how effing sexy can someone be? The sexual tension between Sangwoo and Jaeyoung started building in the first episode, and with every episode after the first, the tension kept rising and exploded in the bar kiss between them. The heavy flirting that led to the kissing session is what had us dropped on the floor with heart attacks. I still sometimes go back to watch this kiss because it is so realistic. Sangwoo was in a daze for a few moments after they parted, and when he realized what he had done, he ran away in embarrassment, and it was so cute. I just love this scene. The one thing I remember about Hyalian and Kyoa's first bed scene was that it was so long, and it was specifically made for us Z fans to thirst over his sexy body and live out our fantasies vicariously through Kyoa. There were tongues involved, which was pretty hard to imagine in BLs up until this point. But Z and Nunu opened all of us to a new world of BLNC scenes, and I'm not going back to those boring old kisses anymore. This is the standard, and this is what I'd be expecting every single time. The confession scene in Old Fashioned Cupcake lives in my head rent-free, and it's not going away anytime soon. The internal turmoil Togawa was going through for liking his boss burst out in this intense and emotional confession, and the way Togawa kissed him and put his finger in his mouth as if to show him the things he wanted to do to him. Oh god, I can't talk about this scene without needing those overhead oxygen masks from airplanes. God, I need a season 2 with them. You guys know I can't include any scenes from Love Mechanics because VTV is a biatch of first degree when it comes to copyright. But do you guys remember the episode on the beach when V and Mark get into a huge fight because of V's extreme possessiveness, which is also toxic but also attractive? V says some hurtful things to Mark and then Mark cries with his pretty face. Then V and Mark make up and we see that amazing shower sex scene. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The passionate kissing in the shower and then V's hand mark on the shower screen was very much giving Titanic vibes, and I absolutely loved it. Let's be honest, the tuxedo story and execution was very shitty, but the chemistry between Chap and Green, yes. Astounding, yes. Every time they interacted with each other, there was sexual tension, and their kisses were amazing to say the least. Two hot guys in suits making out with each other. What more do you want? Huh? Oh my god, the second lead couple in About Youth deserved their own BL. They had better chemistry than the main couple and were 10 times hotter. Ray ignored Jian's text messages because he thought that Jian just wanted to be friends with him and pities him because of his past, but Jian confessed in such an unexpected way it was breathtaking. I feel like the viewers were robbed and we needed to see more moments between them. It's the innocence for me. The unabashed cuteness, the way Nai knows no matter how annoying he is for the world, I will always find him adorable. And to be honest, that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. The sofa kiss was so effing good. I was resisting so hard, but Nai constantly tested his patience. He wanted I to give in, and that is exactly what I did. The whole show went downhill for me from there, but not gonna lie, these two have my whole heart. Call me Hia. Am I right? What a superb beginning to the highly anticipated show, and I loved every single moment of it. Seducing Team to his room, asking questions to make sure he was sober, and then setting the whole screen on fire. Bon Prim knew what they were doing to us with this one. So these were 18 of my favorite BL, NC and kissing scenes of 2022. I wanted to include the Love Area 2 kissing scene between Jeff and Todd. That one was hot AF, but I can't include it because of copyright. I also know that Till the World Ends has some great NC scenes, but I haven't seen the series yet, so I can't include it. Apart from these, please enlighten me with some of your favorite NC or kissing scenes of 2022, and I will see you all with a new video very soon. Bye!